Okay, so here we have a time snail sheet. It's a cotton sheet, so that it's really easy to move, and it's absolutely ginormous. And it's designed to help children get an overall sense of time.
Oh wow, that's cool. Is that the big bang in the middle?
Yes, the spiral starts off very small because we know very little about really long time ago things, and then it gets bigger and bigger as we get to closer things.
That's awesome.
To present day.
That's cool. Oh, what are these? These are the geometric shapes.
They are the geometric shapes.
Oh, so what awesome hands-on exercise. There's loads of them.
You can throw them everywhere. Yes, there's lots of them. They're good solid plastic and they help children to get a really good idea of
They've got everything,
shapes.
haven't they? They've got lots of different colours. They've got groups of different kinds of shapes that match together. They've got different sizes.
Yes, it makes them really good for sorting exercises and for naming shapes exercises. And
all the English adjectives. That's really cool.
And they're very tactile and pleasing to hold.
I suppose there's no avoiding having one of these in a kit. Very important for all sorts of looking up things.
Yes, there's lots of games to do using the dictionary, but yeah, we have a dictionary because it's important.
Oh, I love these ones. This is one of my favourites.
Okay, that's the wooden animals. Again, they're really pleasing to hold and feel. They have a lovely hand feel to them.
Yeah, they are really
lots
good
of
quality,
bright colours. There are lots of games to play with them. They're used for all sorts of things, but you can also do quite a lot of building
and we can debate whether this is a fish.
Oh, and it's quite interesting, just teaching your children how to put them back again.
We might just have to put this out of the way. Oh, what's in this big box?
Oh, that's the letters. So let's get in. They're very tightly packed to make sure that everything survives in the post. So you've got a whiteboard. That one's a bit sealed, but obviously it's usable once you take the plastic off.
So this is a whiteboard, so we're not going to run out of pens and paper then?
No, that's a whiteboard, and inside this box here we go, I have a whiteboard eraser and a pen, so you're ready to go. The whiteboard is also magnetic, which means these foam letters stick to it.
Oh, that's very clever.
And you've got loads of letters.
So there's more
this
than
is for
one
labelling
of
the
all
boxes.
letters,
There is more than one. There's 2 capitals of every letter and there's 5 lowercase of every letter. That means you can spell pretty much any word that you would like to. But you can also often spell a sentence, which can be a bit more fun.
Oh, no.
And to help with that,
the wrong places.
they're in alphabetical order.
Oh, that's not helpful.
So A, B, C, D.
Oh, there you are.
To make sentences a bit more fun, we've also got a couple of question marks and a couple of exclamation marks, so you can practice your punctuation as well.
That's awesome.
That's
a fun kit all by itself.
Well, it is, but all together it makes an awesome kit. Oh, I'm doing it upside down again. We've got a world map. And it's got the grid squares on it, so you can use it for quite a lot of different practice. Geography practice, of course, you want to learn how to read maps and tell grid squares, but also in maths it can be very helpful for practicing direction and moving about.
That's true. Here we are.
It's a nice detailed map. I think you can see it a bit closer. It's really quite nice and detailed. You can get a good view of it.
That's the cool thing about these. I mean, these tea towels are awesome. They're huge, they're really clear, and you can always wash them if you have a little accident.
You can, and they feel nice. A lot of the stuff in the box, it just feels good. It's pleasant to use, and I think that really helps.
So what else have we got here? Oh, actually, there's more math things there.
To go with the earlier whiteboard, that was a plain whiteboard, but we've got a squared one as well. It shines terribly, but you can just about see that we've got a nice grid pattern on it, which is really helpful for
and
lots
all
of
the
maths.
other geometrical
Comes with a ruler and a protractor.
Yep. Oh, dice.
A little foam die. Again, it's just
Counting, probability.
squishy and nice.
Just because it kind of feels good. I like that lot.
Well, it's helpful for games. We have a couple of very simple board games,
Oh, that's true.
which use this as well.
Ah.
With a nice big number grid. It covers 1 to 100, but it's nice and big, so it's fun to use, easy to see all of the numbers.
Oh, actually, I know what's going with that. I've seen
right.
this before. These go with that.
Yes, there's 100 of these counters. They come in 4
sure
different
you
colours. Counters are counters, yes.
really
They
cool.
come in 4 different colours, but all of the colours are transparent.
All right.
And they all fit very nicely into squares. but I'm doing it too low down. The transparency means
yes.
that even if you lay them over the top, you can easily see the number through.
I think I can get yellow and blue, make green. Isn't that cool?
You can.
That's quite a cool toy.
That. Oh, we'll just put that on the side. We've got to keep going.
Someone's going to miss some. To count in case Rosemary's, this box is yours. Okay, what have we got? Ah. So these are all quite well packaged, all by themselves.
Yeah, just to make sure that they travel nicely. There we go. This is a wooden calendar.
That's pretty.
This is helpful for covering days of the week, months of the year, days of the month. Also for time.
Yes. Has it got the minutes labelled?
It has got the minutes labelled. It's a bit small. A bit closer. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Just about see the minutes are labelled on there.
Well, when you're feeling a bit older.
The minutes are counting down, which is
to
quite
all those
helpful.
numbers.
But for more basic stuff, you've got little morning, afternoon, evening to help talk about how the day works. You've got a little weather clock.
So this is all about your relax and repeat
weathers.
principle, isn't it? You can use the same thing time and time again just to get a bit better and better.
That's right, and every time you go through it, it gets more familiar and you practice it and you get used to the rhythm of the year and the rhythm of the day. Then we've got the seasons here, and we've got a few activities that use all of these things to help children talk about it, help them get used to using all of this equipment.
That's cool. And the legs.
Oh yeah, that means it stands up on a table.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, another one of these. I do like these cloth things. They're just a lot
They're
of fun.
just beautiful, and the printing quality is, I'm so pleased with it.
So this is the skeleton, the digestion system,
The digestive system.
and breathing?
Yeah,
What do
the
you call
respiratory system
Okay.
we've got here, because we have got the heart in there as well.
that? Okay.
These cover the bits of the anatomy that you want to do in primary school.
So the manual presumably has all the details when we want to do a lesson on this.
The manual has details. There's no labels on them, so that you can use it to practice naming body parts. So that you can give your child as many clues as you want, but they're not written on the sheet.
That's cool.
So you don't have extra ones. It also does have, though it seems like a minor thing, we've got the alphabet in both upper and lower case.
Oh, okay. So you really have crammed in all the little details that you need.
Yeah.
It's the entire national curriculum
we've got to,
actually in one box,
yes,
which is
we've had to
unbelievable.
slot things together in various places to make it work.
Okay, can I do a cool thing? I love these bits. 'Cause, yes.
This is a very, very diddy but very handy electronics
Oh,
kit.
this one's been left wired. Oh no, it's not. I wonder if it's going to turn on. That's exciting. Oh. Oh, only one of my bulbs has got on.
You've lost the wire. So
right.
they were wired up in parallel when we put it in the box.
Parallel
there you go.
circuit.
I had a parallel circuit.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. What I love is that we have a tiny weeny screwdriver to help you put it all together.
Oh, right. So
Make sure it works.
absolutely everything you need. Oh, apart from the batteries. I forgot
Yes.
this bit.
We've got batteries in it now, but the batteries won't be in the box because people don't like sending them through the post.
Fair enough.
So you need 2 AA batteries to make the whole thing work. So next, we've got this, which is one of my favourites because I'm the big frog fan.
Never have told.
What we've got here,
I know there's no auto balance. I'm hard done by at this point.
you've got to put it together when you get out of the box, but what we've got is a little set of frog balancing scales. There we go.
So cool.
And what goes with them are
Oh, you're telling me? No. Okay.
but the numbers are weighted.
I want to go. Okay, what have you got?
Well, I was going to give you 4 and 2.
Okay, is there a 6 there?
Yeah, and I've got 6 here in my hand.
Not to be confused with a 9. Okay, so 2 and 4.
They go on one side, yeah.
Okay.
And then if you put 6 on the other.
Oh. Awesome!
But that's,
Oh, look at that.
it's not just the numbers.
No.
It also has a whole set.
Alright, so we can do
I'm
sums.
tipping them
2
everywhere. We've
and 4
also
is
got-
definitely 6.
It is indeed. We've also got 19 tiny little frogs.
Oh no, they don't. Surely
So
not.
if we put 3 here, and then we put 3 of the little frogs,
1, 2.
they're weighted so that that will also balance. So it's really good for practicing your
counting.
counting,
That's
and for
awesome.
practicing simple sums, and for beginning to introduce the idea of balancing equations.
Conservation of frogs.
Conservation, yes, indeed.
Oh, I love this.
And we can move them out of the way so we can get on to the next thing.
Okay, we really are going to be very careful with those spare bits. The number of boxes to sell is going to reduce. Oh, I love this thing. Frogotter. Resme loves frogs. I love otters. The activity book. I think it's fascinating, this stuff. The thing is, apart from telling you a bit about some educational theory to get you going, it's got all these activities, and every one of the activities you can basically just do. I mean, this one talks about letter families. The instructions here, if I've got the box of foam letters, the whiteboard pen and eraser, we could do a lesson right now. It would be awesome.
Yes, you don't
It's
need to
very
prepare
straightforward.
anything at all. You just pick it up, grab the box,
It's
get
all
the
in
things
there.
that you need, and
Yeah.
you can just do the lesson.
Every one of these lessons, so if I do the whole thing, we've covered the entire primary national curriculum.
You will. You probably shouldn't try to rush through the whole thing in one day.
I'm tempted. There's a lot of stuff in here.
There's a lot of stuff, and all the activities are designed to be done more than once.
Okay.
So some of them you'll find that your child will need several goes to get all the way through it. So it's not something to kind of plough into really fast.
No.
But once you have completed
And primary
the whole
school's
thing,
quite a big age, isn't it? This is from 5 up to
it is.
11
It takes
or
you
so?
from 5 to about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So it is quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So
you've
you
got to go
wouldn't
through
want to
one
rush
sitting.
too much. But once you have covered the whole thing, then that's it. You've covered the national curriculum, and your child is
Officially learned.
officially ready to go to secondary school.
Awesome. Or back into primary school, I suppose. At least if you're following national curriculum. then
It
won't
gets
be
you
missing
completely
any
on.
stuff.
Yeah, you're not going to miss
So what
anything
have we
at all.
got? Drips and
Right,
drabs.
so now we've got
Oh, that's not
an inflatable globe.
It's a globe. That's awesome. Have you got a spare one?
I have one I inflated
Well,
earlier.
you got to get out a pop on a video.
This has a bit more detail than the world map because this actually has labels on, which is really helpful and helps children to
It's
get
got
the
places
details.
named. There's the countries and the cities.
Yes,
got
you've
rivers
got
on
the
it, some of the big
continents,
ones.
you've got the oceans, you've got the countries,
see
you've got
Amazon.
major cities. You've
Seas and things labelled. That's quite cool.
Yeah, major areas are all labelled.
Yeah.
So everything that you're supposed to cover in primary geography is labelled on the globe.
Yeah. Oh,
And
and
then-
then got time zones on the bottom.
And then just like with the anatomy figures, there's no labels on the world map, so you can use it to help children remember what the places are actually called.
That is a lot of fun.
There's a couple of things left. We've got one more whiteboard pen because it's helpful to have
That's
more
true.
than one.
I mean, you do want to make sure that it's kind of genuine in the seeds. I suppose maybe it'll dry up in 5 years. but
And then we've got a tiny little.
so is it all the primary curriculum? So that's definitely, is that music?
Well,
Do you
it covers
really cover
music.
music on just that?
We do cover music on just that. There's also clapping and things to help you make sure you have covered music, and there's various games that you do with your voice and poetry and things.
Oh,
to
okay,
help
right,
you
so there's
make
no-
sure you cover music completely.
cool.
This is also quite useful for when you're talking about metals and non-metals because it's a really handy way of showing that metals
So
are
surely
sonorous.
that has to be the lot.
Oh
no!
One
Yes!
last thing,
Oh, I love these. Just magnets.
because you can't educate people without magnets. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
So we've got a couple of little bar magnets to go.
Can we stick through?
Yeah.
Bar magnets, okay. They're attracting. Oh, they're still attracting. They're repelling. I love magnets.
And that's a lot, and it's all in a nice
That's
solid box.
It's not a bad box, and it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. It's handled
Yeah,
with
yeah. I mean, if you're taking a boat, you might need something a bit different, but for a practical family use, I feel that's going to do the job.
Yeah, it keeps everything safe, and that's the whole kit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'll turn this off.